question ain't where we go as much as how far are we willing to go. I'm gonna say it again. The question isn't about are we willing to go. It's about how far we willing to go. If something come up, most of us willing, to do something, to do that thing that comes up, especially if it is appeasing to our taste, likes, and compliments us. But what about the things that don't on the surface? A lot of times it might be the thing that's most beneficial for us, but many, if not most times, we fail to recognize. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness, 3 times. Power and peace to the entire Cosmic Consciousness Family Soul Tribe, family and passerbys. Are you willing to unmask your mind to see beyond your fears, to see beyond your doubts, your stories, and distorted beliefs? Are you willing to unmask your mind? And as I was meditating on family, I was meditating on humanity. So you may say, well, what does that mean? Well, as it was shown to me, we can see our family. We can see humanity through our family. It don't take all family members, It really only take one. I see humanity through my family. And through that ability, it has allowed me to do a lot of needed self-work. Do you see humanity through your family? And if so, welcome to shadow work. See, only those that know gonna know. So if you ain't on this path, and this stuff, it might not be for you, Because one thing that I learned in the spiritual walk, and it's not easy for those who really exercise a spiritual life. I'm not talking about exercise it like a light switch. I'm talking about for those who every day on our shit, we know it's not easy. And we also know you don't know who covering you. You don't know who been watching over you until it's time to cover and watch over yourself. It's like a mother and her newborn, since mothers have most time with their children. It's like a mother and her newborn, and the newborn is going through the phases of building up strength to turn over off his back. Then from turning over off his back, they'll pull themselves with 1 or 2 hands here or there. And from pulling themselves with 1 or 2 hands here or there, they now could put themselves on their knees and they're on 2 hands and 2 knees, And from there, they'll take other steps, and now they're actually moving with 2 hands and 2 knees. And from there, they go to being able to start raising themselves up, stand erect. And then from that point, we might have to work with them a little bit. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, work with them a little bit. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, work with them a little bit. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, till they can take their own first step. You gotta catch it. If you're not listening, you're going to miss it. It's a process, family. Progress is a process. It don't happen overnight. We don't know who's covering us until it's time to cover ourselves. It's funny how when people ain't got nothing good or positive to say about you, they still won't tell the truth. Somebody will catch it. I say it's funny when people ain't got nothing to say good about you. And your life is not saying nothing bad about you. They still won't tell the truth. I'm gonna let that resonate. You might even be, they might even say, you showing out. So, with that being said, and all the good that I present in my today, through all the assistance that I present in my today, through all the wisdom that I present in my today, according to the experiences or according to the truth of my experiences, if that makes me the bad guy, and all the stuff that should have made me the bad guy, is speaking the truth in a way that it'll help you and others, if that makes me the bad guy, then guess what? I'd rather be the bad guy. On TV, I was having a conversation with a family member earlier, and things that we was building upon. And I'm a totally different, trust me when I say, in the flesh, I'm a totally different frequency than I may be presenting to you right now. But on TV, the bad guy never win. The bad guy never win. So my cousin said, what about the Joker? I said, did he win? He said, no. So I rested my case. On TV, the bad guy never win. But I think I could change that. I think I have changed that in our actuality. Because in our actuality, in the way that we shape our reality, it's not TV. And our life is not being filmed in a series of segments. You get one shot to do it within the time frame of the shot that you've been given. So if being the bad guy means that I speak my truth, if being the bad guy means that I speak through to the experiences of human beings, if being the bad guy means that I speak to all the things that we would like to be able to continue to hide behind, and love being amongst those that's hiding behind the same things that we hide behind, so we can all hide behind together. If me doing what I do in reference to those type of toxic behavior and patterns, because that's what I be speaking to, if that makes me the bad guy, then I'd rather be the bad guy. At least you'll know why you love me. Huh? At least you'll know why you love me. So if it's being a certain frequency and presenting a certain truth and exposing all our darkness and all our mess and all our ugliness, if that makes me the bad guy, I'd rather be the bad guy, because at least you know why you love me. And if you're a hater, then at least you know why you love me. Yeah. You hear me? I've always been spiritual. Even at my worst, I was at the best in my spirituality. You gotta know to know. But I was also my own worst enemy. You know, I'm feeding off of yesterday because yesterday when I was recording, you know, something happened with my phone. It clicked off. You know, so I'm gonna be feeding off of that a little bit. Are you your own worst enemy though? And know it. See? Because as I was saying, this ain't about the ones who don't know, who ain't get to the point of discovering that, damn, it's been me all the time. It's been my fault all the time. I ain't talking about those who ain't come to that level of self-acceptance, self-accountability, and self-responsibility. You see? I ain't talking about y'all who ain't make it yet. I'm talking about y'all who are in awareness. Cause y'all the worst kind. Y'all the worst kind of your own enemy. And for those of you who the worst kind of your own enemy, then I already know what you're gonna be to me. I don't know what you need to be doing. I don't know what you would like or want to be doing. But I know things that I'm going to say and present are necessary to get you motivated to do whatever it is you ought to be doing. For every decision you got to make. Because even your enemy know that it's also your best friend. I'm going to say it again. Even your enemy know that it's also your best friend. It's just waiting for you to catch up. So you may say, why did I say it like that? Or what does that mean? Even your enemy know that it's also your best friend. Because usually when we hear that word enemy, we always trying to put some clothes on it in the form of opposition, in the form of another. But I'm talking about the enemy. I'm talking about the inner, I-N-N-E-R-M-E, the inner me that has become our E-N-E-N-Y, our enemy. That thing, that being, I also know that it's the person you see in the mirror, best friend. It's just waiting on you to clean up some things, because we can't leave the shadow behind. If you really raising up, you better raise that shadow with you, because wherever you leave that shadow at, as soon as you think everything good and gravy, bam, there go the shadow giving you the business for you to get that work done. So you might as well get it done right now. Get it done with Sawu. You hear me? It's okay to learn about some gems. It's okay to learn about Egypt. It's okay to learn about Africa. It's okay to learn about Buddha them. It's okay to learn about all that stuff. But all that stuff ain't help you getting this shadow work done. After you don't learn about all those different philosophies, you still gonna have to come back and do this shadow work. Because most people ain't doing the shadow work while they learning about all these philosophies. Most people ain't doing the inner work when they learning about all these things. They just learning about all these things so we can have somebody so we can have something to talk about to somebody. But this ain't about loving to hear ourselves talk. You know, we can see them kind when we see them kind. You know, we can hear them kind when we hear them kind. But none of the day-to-day living don't be following none of that lip professing that be going on out here. You hear me? Your inner child needs your attention, just like my inner child needed mine. Now see how me and myself talk to myself, and me and myself have a conversation. I'm fresh from a power nap, so y'all probably hear it as well as y'all feel it. I'm fresh from a power nap, and I'm in sync with my alignment. You hear me? Cause I know what it's like to be your own worst enemy. For all y'all who don't understand what's being said, I got one question for you. What was y'all doing when we were doing shadow work? Cause I could see real well. What was y'all doing when we was doing shadow work? And some of y'all family members gonna start having to present that question to people, because they're gonna try to use everything that you done did to better yourself against you. Trust me. And you're gonna have to ask them, man, what was y'all doing when we was doing shadow work? When I was working on myself, what was you doing? Because you need to get somewhere with that. You hear me? Y'all better be ready to tell them. I thank y'all for this opportunity to build. As I bring my mind down to earth, I thank y'all for this opportunity. It's an honor. More and more I step into the fullness of what I've been embracing and what I've been sharing. It becomes more and more a therapy for me.